Let me guess, you start something with fire in your chest, and then a few days later, you are back to square one. Not because you're lazy, but you're afraid of being inconsistent. So, in this video, I'm going to break down how you can be disciplined, and not only why you're not disciplined, but actually how to fix it. Starting with number one, the first tip ever on how to be disciplined is to start small. And it doesn't matter how small you start, because a lot of the times in life, we look at big things. We look at these huge tasks that we need to achieve, these goals that we need to achieve, and they're so vague. And what we really need to do what is the first step that we need to do in order to achieve those goals is to start small. And by that I mean, let's just say you want to lose weight. Let's just say you want to lose 20 pounds by the end of the month. Starting small is simply meaning that you just want to show up to the gym every day. It's as small as that. Even if you won't do anything, even if you won't be as strong in your workouts, but you actually show up to the gym. Because discipline is not only about being, you know, mental fit for it, but it's actually being consistent no matter how much progress you have, no matter how much life is in you. If you have 20% on a specific day and you give 20%, you actually give 100% because that's all you had. Instead of having 20% and you give 15 and then 5 is remain, then you're not as disciplined, but you're consistent though, even though you didn't feel 100%. Because motivation does not lead action. Action leads motivation, not the other way around. Because when we do something, the feeling comes afterwards. Feeling is not a leading indicator as to why we should do things. So start small. As in, like, if something takes 2 minutes to do, you can literally do it right now. And the law behind that is, I don't remember what law it's called, but there's a law behind it that says if you do something for 2 minutes, you will most probably do it right through. Because if I want to read a book and I read and I say to myself, let me just go read one page, just one page, I will end up reading most probably a quarter of that book. But the point is, just start small. The second tip on how to be more disciplined is to create a non-negotiable list. What I mean by this is create a list of 3 or more things. This is optional. It doesn't have to be necessarily 3, but create 3 or more things that we have to do on a daily basis, no matter what, no matter how you feel, no matter the consequences, no matter what happens, you have to do these 3 things by the end of business day. I'll give you an example of myself. My daily non-negotiables is 1, study, 2, exercise, and 3, pray. What I mean by that is, no matter what happens throughout the day, no matter how I feel that day, no matter the circumstance no matter whatever, I have to complete these 3 tasks. And I think, and the theory behind this is, no matter what these three tasks is the real question you should ask yourself when setting those tasks is this getting me closer or further away from my goals? What I mean by that is, number one, when I say I want to pray every day, my goal is to get closer with God and establish a really good relationship with God. The second one, which is exercise, is I want to be fit because health is wealth. And then the third one, which is studies, because I want to improve my academic performance. That's simply it. So when you're setting these 3 things, you have to ask yourself, does this push me further or away from my goals? No, not further or away. Does this push me closer or further away from my goals? That's the 3 leading questions you should ask yourself. So set 3 daily non-negotiables, meaning whatever happens or however you feel, no matter the circumstances, no matter what happens that day, you have to do it. And I recommend, pro tip is, do this at night so that when we wake up tomorrow, we already know what to do already. You know what I mean? So yeah, you can probably just try and do that. The third thing you can do to be more disciplined is to lower the barrier of entry. Let me explain what I mean by this. We want to make it as hard as possible to be undisciplined. Meaning, at the same time, we have to make it as easy as possible to be disciplined. You see, so we're actually moving things upside down, meaning we are making it hard for ourselves to not be disciplined. If your daily goal, your daily task is to let's just say you actually set your three non-negotiables for each day, and one of them is exercise, like myself. So a pro tip you can use is, if you're going to the gym, you can sleep in your gym clothes, so that when you wake up, it's very, you will feel bad for taking off the clothes and putting on your comfortable clothes and making up an excuse not to go to the gym. You know what I mean? Because you'll most probably be like, okay, well, I'm already in my gym clothes, so I might as well just go to the gym. What that does, it makes it easy to be disciplined and not hard. There's a common misconception where there is, when people say discipline should be hard, it should be hardcore, and it shouldn't be self-punishment. I believe that we should make it as easy as possible to be disciplined, and as hard as possible to not be disciplined. And one way to do that is to, remove boundaries, remove any friction that we might have that's preventing us from doing the thing that we want to do. And that's basically it for this video, guys. So please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and comment on any videos that you would like me to do in future, as there are relevant videos in the description. So comment down below on any videos that you would like me to do in future, and I'll see you on the next one.